Let's start with definition. What is cigarette? Cigarettes are slender paper-wrapped rolls of finely shredded tobacco leaves that have evolved from ancient smoking practices into a modern health hazard. Their origins can be traced to the 9th century when the Maya and other Mesoamerican cultures smoked tobacco wrapped in leaves or other plant materials. The modern cigarette became widespread in the mid-1800s, with large-scale production starting in the 1880s after the invention of automated cigarette-making machines. Although they were once promoted for their supposed relaxing and social effects, research confirms that cigarettes have no real health benefits. The temporary relief smokers feel, such as reduced stress, better focus, or social ease, is mainly due to nicotine addiction and the brief relief of withdrawal symptoms. The harms of smoking far outweigh any perceived benefits, including serious health risks like lung cancer, heart disease, stroke, breathing difficulties, and shorter lifespans. Additionally, cigarettes lead to financial strain, social disapproval, and environmental harm from secondhand smoke and discarded waste. Let's move to types of cigarettes. The first is that regular cigarettes contain standard tobacco with different levels of nicotine and tar, often labeled as full flavor, light, or ultralight. The second is menthol cigarettes, which include menthol additives for a cooling effect, which softens the harshness. Third, premium or luxury cigarettes use higher quality tobacco and may have longer lengths or special filters. Fourth, additive-free or natural cigarettes. This type claims to have fewer chemicals, but are still just as harmful. Next, clove cigarettes. This type is popular in some areas, mixes tobacco with ground cloves and spices. Then, we have e-cigarettes, a newer type heat liquid nicotine instead of burning tobacco, though they still carry health risks. And the last is hand-rolled cigarettes. This type lets users choose their tobacco amount and paper type, while BDs are thin, leaf-wrapped cigarettes common in South Asia.
How each cigarette type was made? The manufacturing process of cigarettes varies significantly depending on the type, with each requiring specialized methods and materials. First, traditional cigarette production begins with tobacco leaves undergoing curing, either air-dried, fire-cured, or fuel-cured to enhance flavor and reduce moisture. Next, the cured leaves are then aged, distilled, and blended to create specific taste before being finely shredded and treated with chemicals for preservation and flavor. After this processing, the tobacco is fed into machines that wrap it in paper with attached filters to create a fine. In contrast, menthol cigarettes follow the traditional process but require additional steps, including the process application of menthol crystals or a liquid menthol during the blending stage, with some manufacturers also infusing menthol directly into the filter or paper wrapper. Meanwhile, premium cigarettes undergo more labor-intensive production, beginning with hand selection of the finest tobacco leaves, followed by extended aging periods of up to 2 years. Subsequently, they are processed at slower machine speeds to prevent leaf damage, and finally use higher quality rice paper and longer, more effective filters. On the other hand, additive-free cigarettes eliminate the chemical treatment stage entirely. Relying solely on natural tobacco flavors, they still require careful moisture control and specialized packaging to prevent deterioration without preservative chemicals. Turning to clove cigarettes, their production requires a complex mixing process where brown cloves are combined with tobacco in ratios typically ranging from 60 until 70% tobacco to 30 until 40% cloves. With the mixture requiring careful temperature control during blending to preserve the volatile oils that provide the characteristic aroma and numbing effect. By comparison, e-cigarette manufacturing involves completely different process, including the extraction and purification of nicotine from tobacco leaves, the mixing of nicotine with pharmaceutical grade propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin in precise ratios, the addition of food-grade flavorings, and the assembly of electronic heating elements, battery systems, and refillable or disposable cartridges. Lastly, hand-rolled cigarettes bypass industrial processes entirely, with users manually selecting loose tobacco, spreading it evenly across rolling papers using fingers or specialized tools, carefully controlling the tightness to ensure proper airflow, and sealing the paper with saliva or adhesive strips, often adding personal touches like custom filters or varying tobacco blends. How each cigarette tastes like? The smoking experience varies dramatically across different cigarette types, each offering distinct sensory characteristics that appeal to different preferences. Full-flavored traditional or regular cigarettes deliver a strong, bold tobacco taste with a harsh, burning sensation in the throat and lungs, leaving a bitter aftertaste. Menthol cigarettes offering a cooling, minty freshness that masks the harshness, making them smoother and more appealing to beginners. Premium cigarettes tend to have richer, slightly sweet flavors with fewer chemical notes thanks to higher quality tobacco and superior production. Additive-free or natural cigarettes taste more like pure tobacco, often air-tired and sometimes more bitter without added chemical flavoring. Clove cigarettes provide a sweet, spicy taste with a fragrant aroma, often causing a slight numbing effect in the mouth. E-cigarettes come in numerous artificial flavors, from tobacco-like taste to fruity or dessert-inspired options, though they lack the burnt tobacco sensation of traditional smoking. Cigarettes usually have a fresher, more natural tobacco taste, but the experience depends on the quality of the tobacco and the skill of the roller.